For all of our lessons, we're going to be using the 12-bar blues basic format. So we're going to do it in the key, do them all in the key of A, which sounds limiting, but trust me, this is going to apply to other keys when we're done. So I'm going to blow your mind here. So anyway, but first we have to learn this format. So if you're already familiar with it, great. You can move on. If you're not, we'll be playing in 4/4 time. So that's 4 beats per measure or bar. In rock, we would play those 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But because this is the blues, we're going to put a shuffle beat to it. So it's 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a. It's down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I think of horses. We're going to use 3 chords. The A7 chord. You just put your index finger on the C string. The D7 chord, you're going to bar the 2nd fret. And if you need tips on barring chords, I'll have a separate lesson on that with some tips for you. So bar the 2nd fret, and then put your finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. Sometimes I play it like this too, and bar with my middle finger for convenience sake. So if you can do both, great. If you can't, you just do you. It'll be fine. So the 3rd chord, the last chord we'll need is the E7 chord. And for it, it's the G string, 1st fret, C string, 2nd fret, open string on the E string, and then on the A string, 2nd fret. And the format is 4 measures of A7, 2 measures of D7, then we're back to 2 measures of A7, and then what I call the big finish, 1 measure each of E7, D7, A7, and then our turnaround bar, E7. And at that point, we have a choice to make. We can either start all over again, or we can just end on 1 with an A7 chord. So that's the 12-bar blues. Let's try it one time, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 measures, 3rd bar. And after this, we go to D7 for 2 measures, and back to A7, E7 now, and then D7, and back to A7, and then our turnaround bar, E7. Okay. You'll need to familiarize yourself with that. Trust me, I'm going to drill it in your head. So if you don't have it exact, don't let that stop you. But yeah, practice that through. Practice it with a metronome if you can. I use the Soundbrenner app. It's a free metronome on my phone. And I'll put an earpiece in for that. So if this is the last lesson, if you're like, that's all I needed, now I'm off to busker and conquer the world, awesome. But I'd like to give you a bonus lesson before you leave so that you can do the 12-bar blues in any of the basic keys. This is called the 1, 4, 5. Okay, if you make it like that, it's easy to remember. So in the key of A, which we're playing in now, the 1 is the, say this is the 1, the A. So we're going to play 1, 4, and 5 when we play the 12-bar blues. So A's are 1, A, B, C. These are chords we don't play. D, A, B, C, D we play. And E, so 1, 4, and 5. A7, D7, and then E7. And the pinky's always our turnaround chord. So if we know the 12-bar blues format, we know what to do with these 3 chords. Now say you want to do that in C. Okay, so C becomes the 1, your thumb. So C, D, E, F, and G. So now you're going to play C7 for 4 bars, then F7 for 2 bars, C7 for 2 bars, and then your G7, F7, C7, and back to G7, your turnaround bar. In the printouts, I have this written out, 1, 4, and 5 for every key. So if you can't remember it, just know that. But yeah, the 1, 4, and 5. So that's the only time we'll ever talk about theory in this series. So something to keep in mind. Work on your 12-bar blues, and I'll see you in the next lesson.